We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. But he died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the race books and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program. We come to you live and direct, well, radio and TV program, I should say, just the Race Day Las Vegas program. Live and direct from the gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard and the South Point Studio Streaming Network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show, as well as those listening to us on the radio with our anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. On a day here in Las Vegas where we're starting to get that crisp weather in the morning here in Vegas. And right now here at the South Point, the sports book is full with the people watching the early NFL game, half a world away. And then, of course, today here in Las Vegas at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we have the South Point 400 main event, the big car race out there. So we got a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on here in Las Vegas. Of course, later on, we'll have the regular Sunday NFL games right through Sunday night football. And, of course, racing on the racetrack here as well. Horsehide and horsepower. And all I can say is welcome to the show. At this time of the year is the time of the year when they have those big state-bred stakes races. We had yesterday the Maryland Million and the West Virginia Classics for those two states. And coming up on Friday night, Friday at Remington Park, they're going to have 10 Oklahoma Classics races for all of the divisions there. So as we wait for the, as we continue to count down with 18 days to go until the Breeders' Cup, this is the waiting period, and now they're putting all those state-bred big stakes race days leading up to the big Breeders' Cup, of course, that happens 18 days from now. Want to remind you, as I always do, I know that a lot of people sometimes who watch every day say, oh, he's going to say this again. But there are people that watch our show on different days that can't watch every day. So for those of you that may be tuning in on Sundays and only Sundays, I want to remind you about all the good stuff that's happening here for the Breeders' Cup. We start out with the Breeders' Cup Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup special show on Thursday, October the 30th. Okay, Thursday, October the 30th will be our special Race Day Las Vegas Breeders' Cup handicapping show. Now, we're going to have our normal handicappers, Jonathan Hardoon and John Linda will be here with us, and our normal handicappers. But along the way, we're going to have some extra guest handicappers as well. So we'll keep that in mind for that. And that'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific time. 3 p.m. Pacific time. And you can only see and or hear that show on the YouTube streaming network where you're watching us on YouTube right now. It won't be simulcast on our other platforms that we have now. It won't be on the radio and it won't be anywhere else but on the YouTube streaming. So make sure you know that. And that's on October 30th at 3 p.m. Then the next day, of course, is Halloween, Friday, October 31st. That'll be the first day of the two-day Breeders' Cup. Two-day Breeders' Cup events. It'll be the Stars of the Future, where all of the races for the 2-year-olds will run on that day. And they'll have the ballroom open for viewing on that day here as well. And then as soon as that card's over at 6 p.m. Pacific time, here in the Grandview Lounge, myself and Jonathan Hardoon and John Linda will do our annual Breeders' Cup seminar. Now, we'll take a look at what happened with the 2-year-olds on that day, and then look forward to the big division day, of course, on Saturday. That's at 6 o'clock in the Grandview Lounge, which is right next to the race book. It is a lounge that usually has the nighttime entertainment in it. It's set up like that, so you'll have nice cocktail tables and all that to watch the seminar in, etc. We'll do a little question and answer session after that as well. And then, of course, Saturday, November the 1st, after Halloween is over and everybody's got their baskets of candy after the seminar and all that, on that Saturday, November 1st, we'll be back in the Grand Ballroom for the big viewing party for the big day of racing on the Breeders' Cup. Now, the Grand Ballroom will open up early. It's free seating, big banquet tables. It sits between 10 and 12 people, so you can bring out a whole party if you want to of your friends to watch and celebrate the races with us. Big screen TVs. I mean, the screen TVs are as big as the walls, really, in the place. It's huge. And then, of course, a bank of betting windows, enough betting windows where you won't get shut out. And, of course, betting kiosks as well, if you're a person that likes to bet with the kiosks. They'll have also prize giveaways on that Saturday. And, of course, myself, Jonathan, and John will have our table there as well. We'd love to see you. For those of you who watch us throughout the year, love to see you. Come by and say hi, and we'll try to, along the way, for all of that, we'll try to get you some winners. We'll try to pick you some winners in the Breeders' Cup. All of that happens right here at the South Point, starting on Thursday through Breeders' Cup Saturday. Everything I just told you, including parking your car, is free. The free admission, etc. And the only thing that really comes out of your pocket is the first bet you make, and, of course, any food or beverage that you want. And the food and beverage discounts here are ridiculous. They're just so cheap. It's unbelievable compared to what you're going to pay for up the street here. So anyhow, that's the deal. We invite you to come on out. Love to see you. It's really the best place to be outside of being at Del Mar for the actual event itself. But then again, all the money you save by not spending them exorbitant prices to see the Breeders' Cup live, you can put through the windows and try to make some money with it right here at the South Point, okay? We will not have a show Monday, but it is the Columbus Day holiday. And the Columbus Day holiday is tomorrow. Now, we don't really have any of the major tracks running that don't normally run on Monday, except for Santa Anita. Santa Anita will have a Columbus Day Monday racing card. And our handicappers, as you know, Jonathan and John Lindo and Jerry Jackowitz and Rich Ang will all have their handicapping sheets available for Monday, the Monday card at Santa Anita. But we won't have a show that day. We're not going to have a show tomorrow, okay? Just want to keep that. So happy Columbus Day to all of you out there for tomorrow. And so as we, and I do want to make one more congratulations. We congratulated the Las Vegas Aces, the women's basketball team, for winning the WNBA championship the other day. And I got to tell you that our local college team, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels, I'm telling you, they are playing exciting football. They are still undefeated, all right? 5 games in, they're undefeated. And what a game they had yesterday. It was an exciting game right to the end. So congratulations to the UNLV football team, racking up wins that they haven't seen in centuries. Good stuff. Kids are playing good. And we also want to congratulate Steve Asmussen. You remember when we were counting down Steve Asmussen to get the most wins in North America, and he got that with 10,000 wins? Well, you just turn your head, and a couple of years later, he got his 11,000th training win yesterday. He went into yesterday's racing in the country with 10,997 wins, and he got his 11,000th win, came at Remington Park yesterday with a horse called Beau Soleil. Beau Soleil gave him his 11,000th win. Just think about it. A trainer, 11,000 wins. Congratulations to Steve Asmussen, still knocking it out of the park. All right, let's take a look at what happened yesterday. Keeneland. First race. In the first race yesterday, Keeneland, Flavien Prat was involved in a spill, and it looked real nasty. Okay? He went down in a spill. It looked real nasty with his horse. But he was taken to first aid, and he took off, I think, about 2 or 3 races, and then he was cleared to ride again, and he came back and rode yesterday. But, man, when you saw that first race spill, you thought there was going to be something really, really damaging there. But he escaped seriousness, obviously, by riding the balance of the day. In the first race, that winner, No Bees, paid $21.64. Then in the second race, Irad Ortiz Jr. got his first win of the day, and Brad Cox got his first win of the day. Together, they won the second race, paying $7.84. And then Florent Garreau gave Brad Cox his second win of the day in the very next race, in the third race, paying $6.60. Flavien Prat came back and actually rode and won the sixth race. After hitting the ground hard in the first, he came back and won the sixth race for Brendan Walsh. Brendan Walsh's first win of the day. Sixth race winner paid $4.68 as the favorite. And then in the seventh race, Irad Ortiz Jr. and Brad Cox teamed up again for their second win together, and Cox's third win in the seventh race with a horse that paid $5.92. Irad came back in the eighth race for his third win of the day for Brett Calhoun, paying $6.08. And then in the featured Queen Elizabeth II Challenge at 1 1/8 on the turf for fillies, 3-year-old fillies, the winner there was Lush Lips. Lush Lips, under a perfect ride by Tyler Gaffleone, gave Brendan Walsh his second win of the day, beating out Laurelin, who finished second, and Opulent Restraint, who finished third. Fiona did not hit the board. The favorite did not hit the board. But that winner paid $19.22, and it was Jonathan Hardoon's pick of at Keeneland of the day. And if you remember, when I was sitting here with Jonathan and John Lindo said the two favorites are the ones he has to beat, and they looked pretty tough there. I mentioned the fact, I think I'll box all 3 of them in the exacta, and Jonathan said, what are you going to do that for? You're not going to get paid well. Well, I did get paid well, because his horse, his key horse, the $19 winner, beat out the second favorite in the race. The $2 exacta paid $50.76. I understand what Jonathan was saying, but in this particular case, it worked out fine. It came in the best way you could have in a box. The longest shot won, and the second favorite finished second. So there you have it. Lush Lips winning the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge. Pick 6 yesterday at Keeneland paid $14,879.27. And that's what happened in the Bluegrass yesterday. Then we go to Belmont at Aqueduct. Belmont at Aqueduct yesterday. Ricardo Santana won the first race for his first win of the day for trainer George Weaver's first win as well. They paid $4.80. Manny Franco got his first win of the day in the second race at $13.40 for IK Cantamarci. And then coming in the fourth race, the Artie Schiller, one of the two stakes races on the card, at a mile on the inner turf. The winner there was Major Dude, John Velasquez aboard. What a year this guy's having. John Velasquez wins with Major Dude for Todd Pletcher, paying $3.46 as the favorite, outrunning Otago, and Horsepower finished third. George Weaver got his second win of the day, along with Manny Franco's second win of the day in the fifth race with a winner that paid $7.02. And then Ricardo Santana got his second win of the day in the sixth race at $15.24 for Miguel Clement's first win of the day. Santana came right back in the seventh race for his third win of the day for Horatio La Paz, paying $5.28. And in the ninth race, John Velasquez got his second win of the day for Linda Rice, paying $19.68. In the second feature of the day, the Glen Cove for 3-year-old fillies on the outer turf at 6 furlongs. The winner there was La Survey, and Manny Franco getting his third win of the day. Miguel Clement's second win of the day paid $6.76, outrunning Flout Out Time and Abenot, who finished third. Pick 6 yesterday at Aqueduct paid $13,222 and a couple of pennies there. Santa Anita yesterday. Juan Hernandez got his first win of the day in the third race for Peter Urton, paying $5.40. Came back in the fourth race for his second win of the day for Bob Baffert, paying $11.20. Then Hernandez capped it off with 3 wins in a row for the fifth race for Sean McCarthy, paying $7.60. In the featured California Flag Stakes, the winner there was Mano Rose, Edwin Maldonado, getting the job done just in the nick of time for Jeff Mullins, paying $6.40, outrunning the fast-closing Lovesick Blues, who finished second. That was the favorite in the race. Finishing third was Booksmart. And Wilfred Orantes got his first win as a journeyman yesterday. He lost his bug, his first win as a journeyman yesterday, on a Jeff Bondi trainee that paid $121.40 to win. A huge long shot there. This horse got outrun by train lengths in his first 2 starts with blinkers on. They took the blinkers off, and the horse could finally see what he was doing, and won at the big price of $121.40 in that 8th race. Yeah, that tumbled out the pick 6, that's for sure. Nobody had 6. The 5s, 5 out of 6 paid $5,069.60. The late pick 5 that coupled those horses with a $34 winner courtesy of Richard Baltas and Diego Herrera in the last race. That pick 5 paid $19,862.10, and the pick 4 paid $5,700 and change yesterday at Santa Anita. So now at Santa Anita, they've got a 3-day carryover in the not only pick 6, but that sunset 6, etc. And neither one of them, after 2 days of not hitting each one of those, have not hit $100,000 in carryover. Laurel Park had that Maryland Million winners. The Maryland Million turf was won by Had to Have Him, Javian Toledo at $4.80. The Maryland Million, that was the turf sprint. The Maryland Million turf was won by Coringa, with Majal Sanchez paying $4.60. The Lassie was won by Superstition. Toledo's second win of the day, paying $3.60. The Distaff was won by Onyx 10 with, let me get this guy's name straight now. His name is Yedzit Hazelwood. Yedzit Hazelwood, the rider there, paying $15.20. Hazelwood came back in the 8th race with the winner, and then came back in the 9th race, winning 3 in a row. That was the Nursery. That with the Big Cuddle paying $3.40. A lot of favorites there. The ladies was won by Worth the Dime with Jose Ruiz at 24.80. Finally, a big priced winner. The Maryland Million Classic was won by Barbadian Runner. Forrest Boyce aboard there for Henry Walters, paying $14.60, outrunning the big favorite Post Time, who finished second. Blue Kingdom was third. And in the Maryland Million Sprint, the winner there was Slam Notion to give Toledo his third win of the day, paying $7.20. Finally, at Charlestown with the West Virginia Classics races, headed up by the two big races, the West Virginia Cavada Breeders' Classic for fillies and mares at 7 furlongs. That winner was Petty Perfect with J.D. Acosta aboard for Christy Petty, paying $16.60. And the big race, the $300,000 West Virginia Sam Huff Breeders' Cup Classic at 1.125 for 3-year-olds and up, was won by Teach in Their Lees. Teach in Their Lees. Carlos Lopez aboard for Steve Murdoch, paying $2.40, is the big favorite there, outrunning Bod David and Excellent Start, who finished third. That was yesterday. And today, want to remind you that there is a nor'easter making its way up the East Coast. So there's going to be a lot of East Coast tracks that are going to probably be in off conditions today. So much so that Belmont at Aqueduct, through just about halfway through the card yesterday, had already decided to cancel today's races. So they made that cancellation early yesterday at Belmont at Aqueduct. No racing today at Belmont Aqueduct because of the nor'easter going through there on the East Coast. All right, we got Jonathan Hardoon with us, Rich Eng, of course, John Lindo on the road. He'll pull over to the side of the road and join us a little bit later. And, of course, Jerry Jackwitz as well. So without any further ado, we're going to go to our first break on this Sunday. Don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
All righty. Why the Broncos and the Jets are continuing to play in the first NFL game early this morning here in Las Vegas, anyhow. And, of course, the regular NFL roster will be a little bit later on this morning and this evening. We want to remind you that we got horsepower under the hood and horsepower under the hide today here in Las Vegas with the South Point 400. Okay, let's get started. Reminding you that the first post times are broadcast on the show are that Pacific time zone. If you're in the Pacific time zone, no problem. These will be the first post times rolling on our book. If not, then adjust to it so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Right now here in Las Vegas, it's a nice, crisp 64 degrees. We're going to get up to 80 degrees today. And in the entire Southwest is finally clear. All the rain is gone. But the big weather is up in the Northeast along the shoreline from Washington all the way up to Boston. They're going to have a really nasty day of weather there with the nor'easter up there. And as I said, Aqueduct already canceled. And as far as the temperatures are concerned, well, New York City is 62 degrees, but it's got that nor'easter running. And, of course, Miami, 84. Looks like it's clear finally there in Miami. The storms have dissipated there. Los Angeles will be 80 degrees out there at Santa Anita. And as I say, Phoenix, Arizona, getting some of the rain left over, 72 degrees, 79, I should say, there. So those are kind of like the temperatures around the country today. Let's get started with the racing menu now. Laurel Park begins our racing menu. Laurel Park has 9 races today after the big Maryland Million Day of racing yesterday. And a first post time at Laurel Park today for their 9-race card is set at 9:10, 9:10 at Laurel today. And then after that, Gulfstream Park. Should be nice weather out there at Gulfstream finally today. Gulfstream Park, mandatory pick 6 payoff at Gulfstream today. A pick 6 jackpot, $13,881. But on their website, they said there's a mandatory payoff, so we'll go with that. Anyhow, the first post time for 10 races today at Gulfstream is at 9:50 at Gulfstream Park. Keeneland Racecourse, they've got 9 races today at Keeneland. First post time at Keeneland is 10 a.m. Their feature race today is the Franklin Stakes. This is a grade 2 at 5.5 furlongs on the turf for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. $400,000 up for grabs. 9 in the field before any scratches. The 9-horse future is the 7-5 favorite on the line with Ired Ortiz Jr. aboard. First post time at Keeneland is at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. at Keeneland. All right, next comes Woodbine, north of the border. 11 races today at Woodbine, a couple of $125,000 stakes races. The display for 2-year-olds goes as the 8th. Big 8-5 favorite there is Jupiter, Jupiter is the favorite there. And the Glorious Song for 2-year-old fillies is the 9th. And the 2-1 favorite in that one is Sweet Fusion. First post time at Woodbine is at 10:05. Woodbine's carryover in their pick 6 jackpot is $19,716. First post time, 10:05 for their 11-race card. Then we have... as I said, Belmont at Aqueduct is canceled, so that's a no-go today. They're going to reschedule that stakes race, the Carroll Palace, later on. But that race will not go, obviously, today. Hawthorne Racecourse. Hawthorne Racecourse has a first post time of 12:40 for their 8 races. Their pick 6 carryover is $6,123. It's a regular pick 6 carryover. 12:40 is the first post at Hawthorne. Then we go to Santa Anita. Santa Anita has 10 races today. They have a carryover in their pick 6 and the pick 6, Sunset pick 6. One's $93,000 and change. The other's $47,000 and change. They also have a super high 5 carryover. That thing stands at $19,881. So you get the deal. A lot of carryover still at Santa Anita after that bomber in the later races yesterday. The feature race today at Santa Anita is the first race on the card. It's the $100,000 California Distaff. Post time is at 1 o'clock for that first race. There are 5 in the field. You got Grand Slam Smile at 6-5. You got Bits Tiger Magic at 3-2 in the 5-horse field. First post time at Santa Anita, and the feature is the first, set at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then we have wrapping it up with Los Alamitos in Southern California. Los Al has 3 thoroughbred races, 3 quarter-horse thoroughbred mixed races, and 4 quarter-horse races as well. That makes up the 10 races tonight at Los Alamitos. And Los Alamitos has a first post time of 6:05. 6:05 at Los Al. All right. We'll bring in Jonathan Hardoon now. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
That you hit a $50 exacta. You must feel you're feeling pretty good today. You gave it to all the listeners.
Yeah, but you gave us the horse that made it happen, the $19 winner, Lush Lips. But let me ask you this: she went up in price. Her morning line was 5-1.
5-1.
Yeah, she went up. Nobody considered her, and like you said, she was improving with every start, and she deserved to be in this race. Got a perfect ride by Gaffalione. He let the pace setter set the pace, and then he got the jump on the other 2 horses. One of the favorite in the race never fired, and the second favorite came at her, but it was too late. But did you think she was going to get up to 8-1?
I was hoping, Ralph. Listen, Laurelyn was undefeated. She was 5 for 5. Fiona, the Cox horse that someone actually bet $200,000 to win on the first punch. Someone put $200,000 to win on that horse. She opened 1-9. So that kind of, put everything on flux because all the odds were kind of out of whack after that happened. And
you mean Fiona got the $200,000?
Yeah, someone bet the horse was 1-9 with about 10 minutes to post. Someone bet $200,000 to win on that horse.
Wow!
They could have bet the same 200,000 to show, but she ended up running fourth anyway, so it didn't make a difference. Sometimes these people make these big bets. What's the point to bet them to win and make them 1-9 when you could bet them to show and get the same 1-9? But I don't know. People don't always think.
In any case, it made it great for your winner. I mean, Lush Lips, that was a beautiful price on that horse, and I was so
great ride by Jeff Leon, Ralph.
Yeah.
He never left the wood. It was just he really gave the horse a terrific.
And he
ride.
didn't be anxious to go after that front runner. They got out there by a couple of lengths or two, maybe even further than that. He knew he was going to come back, and perfect ride, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So nice winner there, my man. And although if the two favorites would have run first and second, and she would have run out, you're right. That exact box would have just given
$4.
It would have given me my money back. It might have paid more than $4, but it would have given me my money back. It came in the best way that the box could have come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless you boxed the try, then you ran first, second, and fourth. So
No, I didn't box the try. In any case, Belmont at Aqueduct got canceled today.
Yeah, everybody woke up in New York early this morning and said, why'd they cancel? Well, now the winds are starting to pick up, and you can see the weather is headed here in a hurry, and obviously they turned out doing the right thing.
Yeah, it's a predicted nor'easter, as they say, there, and it's going to hit the old, most of the northeast shoreline, mostly along the shore there, so that'll be... You don't want to run in those conditions, and neither do the jockeys. I don't think the jockeys want to do that either.
No, and it's really the wind that's the problem.
Yeah.
And
we don't want them. We don't want them knocked off the horses.
Blowing off the horse.
Yeah.
Right?
In any case, did you see that spill in the first race at Keeneland yesterday with Flavien Prat?
It's amazing. I thought he was really hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, John texted me. I went back, and you can't watch the replay because once a guy goes down, they don't show the replay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it live, but it didn't look good. And if the jockey comes out okay, I guess they really should show the replay just so you could see what happened. And it's amazing how these guys bounce right back up.
Yeah, but you see, the horse didn't make it. So that's probably Peter's out there. So that's
right. You're right.
Yeah. But it looked real nasty, and it was amazing that he took off a couple of races. Obviously, he was still being examined probably in the first aid room, and I could probably imagine him saying, "Hey, you done? I'd like to get back out there and ride." And he
probably made him crazy. They just said, "Go ahead."
Yeah. And so he comes back and he wins. As soon as he came back, he won. Unfortunately, like you said, the horse that got all that money bet in the stakes race, he was on, and he was on the favorite, but that horse just never fired. Really never fired.
No.
In any case, we're getting closer to the Breeders' Cup, and are you putting together all of your advanced materials for the Breeders' Cup now? No? You're going to take a fresh look at it.
I don't do any work, Ralph, till they draw. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Just do it and do it over again and again. Sometimes less is more. That's just my opinion.
I think that's the proper approach, because if you over prepare, then you think just too much into any. You have your handicapping principles, but if you keep going over and over and over again, then some of the principles get more weight to the decision than it should, because you just keep going and going, and it just gets crazy.
And sometimes, like you said, you overanalyze. If you look long enough, you could probably make a case for a lot of horses that you shouldn't. I always feel that my first look is the ones with the best ideas. It really is. You can go back and review 2-3 times, fine. But if you go long enough, Ralph, you're going to make a case for most of the horses, because, listen, they're all terrific horses if they're running in the Breeders' Cup.
Sure.
So somewhere along the line, they had a race that made them eligible to win on that particular day. So if you look long enough, you'll find it. So that's why I don't like to do that. I like my first opinion. I think that's the one that I have the most success with.
Okay.
And by the way, today at Gulfstream, they have crazy carryovers again, the same ones from yesterday. Obviously, the Sunset, which hasn't been hit, I don't think since they started it, only has over 90,000 in the pool. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And I just can't see the bet lasting much longer.
I would think that Sunset, you're talking about the Santa Anita, the ones over
Right.
there. You say
The
Gulfstream.
last three at Gulfstream with
Yeah.
the last three at Santa Anita.
You did mention Gulfstream, but here's the thing with Gulfstream. I think it's affecting their pick six too.
Well, it obviously must have been hit on Friday, I would assume, because today the mandatory is 13,000.
Yeah.
Why even have it?
Why?
I mean, what do they even bother? You know, you could bend the rules. So it was a great idea if they had some money in the pool, but to make a mandatory payout with only 13,000 in the pool, that just doesn't make sense.
Well, you can make the mandatory payout with a qualification that if it's 50,000 or 100,000, whatever level they want,
they'll
or
seed the
less.
pool. At least
Or-
let them seed the pool to 100,000.
Right, they could either
What's
seed the
difference?
pool.
They're going to get it anyway.
Right, they could either seed the pool or they can say 100,000 or less. It won't carry. It won't be mandatory. It just keeps
Right.
carrying
No,
over.
man, right.
Something like that,
I
anyhow. But I think that Sunset is affecting the pick six on both sides. It's Santa Anita and Gulfstream.
Not to mention it's affecting the coast-to-coast pick five because,
Yeah.
like John Linden said yesterday, they're using some of those races. Not only that, here's the biggest problem.
Uh-huh.
The Sunset pick six is the last three at Gulfstream and the last three at Santa Anita. The only difference is they run about 6 hours apart. So you put in a bet, and then you have, like the other day when they canceled at Gulfstream, I have a friend that put in a Sunset pick six early, before the day even started. He couldn't get his refund till the last race at Santa Anita was official. So that money was frozen all day long. Whether it was a $300 ticket, $400 ticket, whatever it was, that money could have been going into the pools. The guy could have got the opportunity to churn. So all they're doing is hurting their own handle in the long run. It's just a silly bet.
Well, Jonathan, wouldn't that be a prime example of the people who are making the decisions don't understand gamblers? They don't understand the players.
You don't have gamblers making these decisions, Ralph. They have guys that graduated with the greatest of honors, and they're all geniuses, but they're not streetwise and they're not gambling.
Well, they got to be players. They can graduate.
Exactly.
They can graduate from college. I don't care anything about that, but they got to be players because players understand.
You have to have skin in the game to understand it.
Yeah.
If you don't have skin in the game, it's useless.
Yeah,
So, again,
they got to have
all their
players.
degrees and everything. I'd rather have a guy that has an MBA in street smarts.
Yes,
running this.
A guy that has an NBA and bad beats, maybe. That would help.
Well, someone that listens to this show.
Because I'm sure we've got enough bad beats along the way.
Yeah, take some guts, step into that chat room and get your head bitten off. Then you'll see that.
Hey, the chatters are smart people. We got a lot of smart players out there listening. Okay, enough of the jocularity there. You're going to have a sheet tomorrow for Santa Anita, correct?
Yes, sir. 6 p.m. tonight, it'll be available.
Okay, your time, 6 p.m.
Yes, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Which since it's for Santa Anita, I'm figuring that 3 o'clock is a good time for that. Anyhow, we have racing today at Santa Anita. Don't have it at Aqueduct, but I think you did a Gulfstream sheet too, didn't you not?
Well, with the Sunset Pick Six looming and the mandatory payout of the 13,000 they have in the Pick Six pool, how could I pass it up?
Oh yeah, you got to have that. I mean, after all, you're looking at that big carryover. All right, let's get started with the picks then. Where are we going?
All right, Ralph, let's look at the 10th race today at Gulfstream, which is the last leg at the Pick Six at Gulfstream and the third leg of the Sunset Pick Six. I like a single in here. I like the number 7 horse, Let's Dance Again. 3-year-old filly from the Ron Spatz barn. Lionel Reyes aboard to ride. Horse has been freshened up since August 23rd, but he handles both turf and she handles both turf and synthetic. She's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. I like number 7, Let's Dance Again, to win today's 10th race out at Gulfstream Park.
All right, and let's hope he'll dance again in the winner's circle. The 10th race, number 7, Let's Dance Again. The 7 in the 10th race at Gulfstream, part of that Sunset Six. Okay, now we go to. Oh yes.
And mandatory payout in there, and
that big gigantic one they got there too. Okay, let's go to Santa Anita.
No, let's go to Keelan and look at race
Oh,
number
okay.
8. So 7 furlongs on the main track. This is the 8th race today, and I like the number 8 horse in here, Lend It To Me. This is a 7-year-old gelding. You know, Tom Amoss had a terrific summer. He's got really terrific horses. The fact that he went and reclaimed a $16,000 claimer, that's a 7-year-old gelding. Obviously, he likes this horse. Jose Ortiz takes the mount, 7-2 in the morning line. I like number 8, Lend It To Me, to win today's 8th race out at Keelan.
You know, Jonathan, when you get a trainer like that who claims a horse with under those parameters, you got to think that he knows the key to making this horse win races, don't you?
100%. There's something you don't go and claim a 7-year-old gelding to begin with, but the fact that he's reclaiming this horse only makes it that much stronger.
He's got the key there, that's for sure. 8th race, number 8, Lend It To Me, the 8th race at Keeneland. Now we'll go to Santa Anita.
Correct. 8th race today, 6 furlongs on the turf, and I like the number 9 horse in here, Please Focus. George Lopez sends out this 5-year-old gelding who actually has a win and at the distance at Santa Anita. He's listed at 6-1 on the morning line. William Anto or Giorgio aboard to ride. We're going to get to 6-1. It's a full field. Number 9, Please Focus, wins today's 8th race out at Santa Anita.
And as I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there sometimes that use that phrase for me.
Don't focus.
Please Focus, yes. In the 8th race, number 9, Please Focus, the 9 in the 8th race at Santa Anita. And you do have all 3 seats available.
JONHARDOON.com.
And he'll have the Santa Anita for tomorrow by 3 o'clock Pacific time. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan. Have a happy Columbus Day, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right. You got it, my man. We'll be back. Rich Angus standing by. He gave us a nice winner yesterday in college football. I'll bet he's got something for today in the NFL. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. Everybody knows where the money's going. Every single dollar. God bless you. Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
This is speed. This is winning. This is losing. This is smoke and fire. This is high stakes and wild cards. This is family and tradition. This is everything on the line. This is it. This is NASCAR in Las Vegas. The South Point 400, a NASCAR playoff race, October 10th through 12th. Get your tickets now. LVMS.com.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Ang standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, we had a lot of exciting games in college football, and your team, you could tell that your team was the best on the field yesterday because they just wore out their competition. They just wore out Kansas in the second half.
Well, it was a tale of 2 games. One was, Texas Tech had that air raid offense. They opened up a 21-0 lead. Then the quarterback got hurt, missed the 3 quarters of the game. Kansas scored 17 straight points in the second quarter and knocked it down to 21-17. It looked like they had all the momentum in the world, Ralph, was Kansas at halftime. But then I'll give the Texas Tech coaches a lot of credit. They figured out that the backup quarterback could not run the same offense as the starting quarterback, meaning throwing on every down. So at halftime, they decided to run the football and run the football some more down the Kansas throats, and they did that very effectively. They shut out Kansas, and they ended up winning 42-17. So nice win, but they had to fight for it when the quarterback got knocked out.
Yeah, and you keep doing it over and over again to running and being successful running it, and it just wears out the defense. That's what happened with Kansas.
Yes.
Well, we got the NFL today.
Yeah, let's see if we can go 2-0 this weekend, Ralph. The game I'm going to pick is game 255, 256 on the rotation. Arizona Cardinals against Indianapolis. Now, in all candor, I bet this game earlier in the week when the line was 6. It has exploded to 9.5 after the announcement that Kyler Murray is out for the game, or most likely not going to play. This comes on the heel of James Conner getting hurt a couple of games ago. So their two best players on the offensive side are out. And last week's game was, if anybody had the Arizona Cardinals either bet the point spread, money line, or in survivor pools, you know what they did last week. They the running back for Arizona, the running back that replaced Connor, he ripped off a 70-yard run, and then he releases the football to 1 yard line and rolls out of the end zone. The coach punches the running back when he gets to the sideline. He gets fined $100,000 by the team. Kyler Murray gets hurt. The Cardinals, I don't know what kind of mental state of mind they're going to be in, but I'm going to take the Colts. Hopefully they'll lay a pasting over the Cardinals today.
Yeah, I think even at the 9.5, it's probably safe. The Cardinals are just discombobulated out there right now. So the Colts minus 9.5 over the Cardinals in the NFL today. Want to remind that Richie has a full sheet for Santa Anita today and at Keeneland also, but he will have a full sheet tomorrow for Santa Anita's special Columbus Day card as well. Where are we going? Some picks there.
Keeneland, race number 2, Ralph. It's a maiden special sprinting. Let's go with the number 5, Wexford 1. This is Irad Ortiz riding for Michael Maker. This horse ran really well, ran a good second last time out at Churchill, and I think will improve with the second start. Wexford 1, the 5 in the race 2.
Second race at Keeneland, number 5, Wexford 1. We hope he finishes just like that, 1. In the second race, the 5 horse at Keeneland, and now we'll go to Santa Anita.
The opener at Santa Anita is down the Hillside Turf Course. There's only 5 in the field, Ralph, but the horse I'm going to go with is the number 4, Sneaker. Has a 9-2 morning line, which means that is one of the longest prices in the field with only 5 horses. But this horse should be really flying late, cutting back from a mile to the 6.5 down the hill. Umberto Rich Billy up for George Papadromo. 4, Sneaker, race 1.
All right, first race at Santa Anita, a 1 o'clock Pacific post time. Richie has a singleton for us in the early pick 5, and that in the first race is number 4, Sneaker, the 4, Sneaker, in the first race at Santa Anita. Don't forget, he'll have a Columbus Day Santa Anita sheet tomorrow as well. And Richie, we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man, and we'll take our final break. When we come back, John Lendo has pulled off the side of the road to join us for a thought or two and, of course, a pick. And then, of course, we'll wrap it up with Jerry Jackwitz. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Join Jeff Parles and Alex White.
One of my favorite plays here is getting 2 touchdowns with Florida State.
Even though the total's been batted down a little bit, I still think it's okay to go under.
Chris Andrews and Vinny Magliulo.
I don't think this is a great Kansas City team. I think the Chargers win this game.
All right.
If you see a hook here, it's not going to last long.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Are we sure either of these quarterbacks are good?
Hell no, we're not sure.
Bet your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming live on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. We'll go out quickly to John Lendo and make this short because we want to get John back on the road, that's for sure. John, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Looks like it's really sunny on the part of the road that you're on the side of. That's nice.
Yeah, it's really bright out here. It's going to be a nice day for racing in California. I think mid-80s today at Santa Anita.
Well, John, we can go over a lot of things, but I do want to get you back on the road, so we'll just get right to your picks, and we'll have a little bit more time to converse about what happened this weekend if you have any thoughts on Wednesday's show. But in the meantime, you have 2 sheets you left here at the South Point, a full Linda report at Keeneland, a full Linda report at Santa Anita. They're both available right now at the South Point Racebook, free of charge, complimentary here, and it's the only place you can get it in this gaming capital. John, some picks.
Let's go to Keeneland, race number 6. In the 6th race, number 2, American Pearl. I like the videos of the workouts in this horse. Daughter Gunrunner, she's training really well. Gaffleone aboard. She looks really well meant in her debut today, so we'll take 3-1 on the morning line. Number 2, American Pearl, race number 6 at Keeneland.
All right, the 6th race at Keeneland, number 2, American Pearl. That starts out the late pick 4, as suggested late pick 4 that you have on your sheet as well in the 6th race. The 2, American Pearl, your pick for the race day show at Keeneland. And now we'll go to Santa Anita.
How about Santa Anita, race number 3, number 4, Shop Till You Drop. I thought she needed her last race off the layoff at Los Al. She likes Santa Anita, gets a little longer distance. Everything works in her favor today. 7-2 on the morning line. Number 4, Shop Till You Drop, race number 3, Santa Anita.
All right, 3rd race at Santa Anita, number 4, Shop Till You Drop, the 4-horse in the 3rd race at Santa Anita. Don't forget John Lindo's full Lindo reports, Santa Anita and Keeneland, available right now here at the South Point, free of charge. John, drive safe, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
You got it, Ralph. Good luck today.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we'll wrap it up with Jerry Jackowitz standing by. I see he's got his Raiders cap on today. Jerry, good morning.
Yeah, no, I've got my colors on.
Yeah.
All the way around.
All right, you got it, my man. Okay, well, I guess we can, like with John, we can cut right to the picks unless you have anything you thought you want to hand us.
No, except that I'm really like slightly irrelevant today because I got for you Shop Till You Drop, the 4-horse and my wife had this horse, my mother-in-law has, they all like Shop Till She Drops.
Yeah, that's right. And the credit card companies do too. That's right, for sure. Of course, your sheet for Aqueduct is now a souvenir. But in any case, you will do a power page for Santa Anita tomorrow, though, right?
I will do it today for tomorrow, for sure.
Right. So you'll have a power page for the Monday Columbus Day card at Santa Anita, where you get Jerry J's power page. Okay. So you in the 3rd race also likes number 4, Shop Till You Drop, then, right?
Yeah, I couldn't hear what John said, but I imagine it had something to do with second off a layoff, really good races back at Santa Anita, sort of an, slight move up in class, sort of attractive. Everything about this is really nice from a fairly good trainer, and so the 4 we like in the 3rd race an awful lot. I'll play the 4 over the 1, 2, 6, and 7.
Okay.
Small reverses here.
3rd race.
About the 4 in race number 3.
Okay, you got it. 3rd race at Santa Anita, number 4, Shop Till You Drop. The 4 over 1, 2, 6, and 7, and a small reverse, but the link-ups are 1, 2, 6, 7, but the key horse is number 4, Shop Till You Drop, on the power pages. And now with that condensed power page, he still has the star horses, the V's, and the pop-out keys, and all that good stuff. So you can get Jerry J's power page right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. I know that you're, a lot watching a lot of football and certainly the NFL for sure. But did you happen to see our UNLV football team yesterday? Wow.
No, I didn't. Saturday is a very busy work day, so I don't really get to watch football on Saturday. But I did see the newspaper this morning when I brought it in. And, they got a beautiful write-up. So
yeah, they did very well, that's for sure, and we're happy for them. We're happy for the Aces.
Seems like they know how to put some points on the board.
You think? At least they did yesterday, that's for sure. Well, we got the South Point 400 auto race today out at the Raceway. We've got, of course, tomorrow's Columbus Day holiday with holiday racing at Santa Anita. Really a light schedule for most of the major racetracks tomorrow, but they do have tomorrow on Columbus Day a special holiday card at Santa Anita. We won't have a show, but we'll be back, God willing, and the creek don't rise on Wednesday. And of course, we want to remind everybody that have a pleasant Sunday out there and enjoy the family, the races, and all the good stuff that we can get. That's for sure. And Jerry has one more thing to say.
Have a great race day, everybody.